Michael, what about Carly Fiorina? She seems to have done well out of this. How does she capitalize on that?
I think she won her debate, her first debate. She won the second debate. But if you won the presidency by debates, we'd have President Newt Gingrich.
Yeah.
Okay. She is a very strong candidate. She is the outsider who knows a lot, actually is conversant with issues, understands foreign policy issues, intervenes effectively in these debates. So this is an outsider with clear campaign skills. She did in California lose pretty badly. Yeah. She lost it on her business record, which looks too Romney-like, perhaps. And so there's a real vulnerability here. She has not had the level of scrutiny that before that she will have now.
She's about to get pounded.
Yeah. With more visibility comes more vulnerability. No question about that. But look, I think the fact that the polls are moving so much after each of these debates is somewhat self-invalidating. The fact that they can move that much with one debate is a sign that they probably don't mean all that much to begin with. But I would say,
sorry. What would we do if we didn't break them with meaning?
Or another way of putting it is that there are going to be a lot of intervening events between now and when people vote, and they're going to change a lot. Look, there really are two races going on in the Republican Party. There are two distinct brackets, right? I mean, you have this kind of populist, more blue-collar, more alienated bracket that has Trump, that has Carson, that has Huckabee, Santorum, Jindal, Walker, Ted Cruz, certainly right at the top of that. And then you have Bush, Kasich, Christie, probably Rubio. The first group more focused on Iowa, the second group more focused on New Hampshire. History says that each of those brackets will produce, in all likelihood, one of the finalists, and ultimately they will battle it out.
Jamelle, quickly, who do you think in that other group, who did poorly in this debate? Did anybody slip, really?
I think Walker did very poorly. I joked while watching it that he spoke at the second hour of that debate, and I was like, "Oh, Walker's alive. He's here." I think the post-debate polls are indicative of the fact that he kind of just disappeared. I think Rubio and Kasich did extremely well. I think they both came across very knowledgeable, very smart. I think Rubio, although some of his lines felt a bit rehearsed, were delivered extremely well and kind of show an ability to connect policy to biography to political message that not really anyone else in that field has.
Yeah.
He does an interesting thing, Rubio, where he doesn't put himself forward, he doesn't interrupt, but he waits for the game to come to him. And when it does, he gets a hit.
Right.
It's a funny thing to see.
Or he skates to where the puck is going to be, as Wayne Gretzky famously said. Yes. So look, I mean, the fact is that I think there, as I said, in all likelihood, you will have an outsider populist who will emerge, and as it gets down to March and beyond, you will have someone more from kind of the center-right establishment bracket. And Rubio, I think Rubio's big question for him is which bracket is he ultimately playing in? Right. Is he an Iowa outsider guy, or is he a New Hampshire insider guy?
Right. Mr. Gerson, the last word goes to you.
Well, I think the question here is whether the establishment bet is going to work. Both Bush and Clinton are taking the establishment bet, where you build organization, you build your structure, you have money, you do all these things, and it's usually been a good bet, except in 1964 and 1972. The question is this year different? Will the establishment bet work?
That's right. All right. Michael Gerson gets the last word. Thanks to all of you. We'll be right back.